Welcome, Spikelings, to the Shark Typhoon.
Okay, we'll keep this one. Is it a feature of the account? Yeah, it's just part of the terms of getting access to the content creator accounts from Daybreak, which I think is pretty fair. Yeah, I was I am thinking about trying to figure out a crimes list for standard. I there was someone in the chat who was like trying to link me to someone who had built a crime deck in standard with Lookout, and I asked for it and they sent it and I missed it because I was too focused, and I think they sent it again. I just missed it again because the games were too focused. But to that chatter, I'm sorry, and if you'll trust me, if you show up again today and you link it again, I will take a look. Hey Tina, do you want to come on the couch? Golgari Crimes got third in the challenge in standard. Yeah, yeah. Is Claws? So I found out yesterday that Claws is Pioneer legal. Is it also standard legal? Thank you, Fishy. So this is a green black build. No, you can use hers. Okay. This one is not once a turn. Is Tiny Punch Jones up a crime? It is a crime. Okay, so that's your enabler. Seems a little weird. It's pretty good with Karavek, I guess. Yeah, yeah, that's standard. That's the list that they good in challenge. It's cool for sure. No, I wish I had bought the lookout. Any lookouts. I was like, I should maybe buy a playset because I think this card's really good. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna play it anytime soon. But then I forget I have this stupid standard RC. It's okay. Not certainly not locked in. Okay, Shieldred's Edict me, huh? I didn't want to attack first because of Bowmaster, by the way. Luxac Berry with the deck tech. Appreciate you. Wastelanding. So this is a Pioneer build. If you're gonna go Woodland Bellower for Freestrider Lookout, would it be possible to play? Yeah, you should if you're gonna play four Sunken Citadels in a Woodland Bellower deck, we should probably have Castle Garenbrig somewhere in here. I don't really get the Echoing Deeps. I feel like they could be kind of an easy cut. Binding of the Titans. Is this to like fill up your graveyard for? Oh, I mean, there's so much going on here. Armored Scrap Gorger is not necessarily a card I think of as being super playable. I'm kind of surprised to only see two Bristly Bills, but maybe I'm the only one in the world that likes that card. Woodland Bellower seems like really nice. I kind of want to be more in on the Bellowers, like play four, play like a bunch of Castle Garenbrigs. I remember like when I was trying to figure out the like Sunken Citadel Castle Garenbrig, like I liked Woodland Bellower, but there just weren't good things to hit off of it. So, but maybe this is good enough now. I feel like we're just too in on the graveyard stuff. I'm not sure how easy it would be to move away from the graveyard stuff, but I would kind of like to, I guess. So just thinking about playing this land versus sandbagging it. I think I should play it. So I can't commit a crime right now to get that Valakut, so we'll hopefully just find it again. Yeah, I would try to move away from the graveyard stuff here. Like try to move away from Aftermath Analysis, move away from Shaman, move into Woodland Bellower, move into Castle Garenbrig, move away. Don't play Codet Shredder. You can play Claw. um play more bills. Maybe just play more Scoot Swarms too. Scoot Swarm could be it. So there's a Valakut. 3 damage. And then why don't we just go ahead and Surveil trigger on the stack. So they're going to take 9 down to... Ooh. I think this is probably better than the average draw, especially because with this Valakut in play, we have a draw off the claws and we have a draw for turn. We have a lot of like crime things to draw. Obviously by itself it can be kind of weak, but I would guess more cards than not commit crime for our top decks here. I guess probably better to just have picked up the commercial district. A little bit of an oops. But hopefully we could just find another mountain and then put them to 1 with a Wrenn and Six in play. This is maybe effectively 1 if they don't field me. Didn't you want to just crime with Wrenn and Six? I did commit a crime with Wrenn and Six. Yeah. A better crime. A crime that deals 3 damage. Yeah, I mean, these are just some general thoughts. I would really need to spend a lot more time digging into it, but that's just the direction I'd want to go to. Excuse me. Yesterday, Esther and I were playing Horse, you know, the basketball game where one person shoots and the other person, like, tries to shoot in the same way. And then... Oh, there's... Should I not tell the story?
It's okay. You can...
And then Esther's like, your shoe's untied. And I start to tie my shoe, and then she shoots, and the ball, like, hits me right in the nose. And
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, I have a Band-Aid on.
Purpose.
It was funny.
Yeah, he was, like, head down, and then the ball, like,
Yeah.
bounced back. And I was so proud, because I was like, wow, I shot it, like this.
Esther's really
like
good.
this. And then I was like, but it was too late.
Yeah. It was funny.
I should have, like, you know, like the movies where you just go and you shove them out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
I took a bullet for you.
It was funny. Okay, so if we hit any land here, we don't have another Surveil land to dig deeper. We win the game. Sudi, do you think we'll hit the land? We have a lot of lands out of the deck. There we go. It's the best land, too.
Woohoo! Oh.
Yeah, nice to be up a game against Coffers. Not a matchup that I think is good. I think I'll play like the first Pick Your Poison over the 4th Lightning Bolt. Yeah, she spiked. They're saying that you spiked me. That's funny. They replicate the shot. No, I was down like you were. We're playing Hades instead of Horse. You were like you were at E and I was like at just H. And I conceded.
He said it was over.
Yeah.
Because I saw him bleeding. I was like, oh shit. I thought it was just like, oh, he's just kind of bruised, you know? And then I saw him bleeding. I was like, what did I do to you? But you're almost like a pirate.
Yeah, I don't think the Band-Aid's very visible.
Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, you're right.
He wanted to come out on the stream with this big ol'
Yeah, no, this is the better
scar.
plan.
I'm like, put the Band-Aid on.
Esther, what do you think about Hades 2 so far?
It's hard. I think it's harder. Those screaming guys.
It's hard. It's hard,
guys.
yeah. It's
But no,
pretty
I
tough.
like it. You know.
I made it to the final boss yesterday, twice in a row.
He's like, yeah, I made it to the first boss and like on your second run.
I think it was third run.
Second or third run, and it took me like 10 runs to get to her at least.
It was like maybe 6 or 7 for you.
I think it was 10.
It was not 10.
Yeah, I feel like I was better at the first Hades. Like I got to Meg faster than I got to the Headmistress.
Yeah, I think the first Hades is easier.
Yeah, because those screaming guys, man.
I don't even. Oh, the ghosts.
The Banshee kind.
Gonna play Animal. Well, there's too many games. I'm probably gonna be playing only Hades 2 for the foreseeable future.
I have to play I'm a wanderer.
Yeah,
I wander round,
Esther's been playing
around,
Fallout
around,
4.
around. My favorite song is Lay that pistol down, babe. Lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama. Lay that pistol down.
Bauble would be a good draw. Blanking any future thought seizes. Gonna wait on the surveil, not on my upkeep. Probably at the turn after. Esther, you have to do a Sing Redemption now, or wherever the next card is. Maybe I should surveil and upkeep. It's like if I drew a Lookout, I'd rather not, because I would be able to double crime. And if I drew... I guess I shouldn't be doing it now, because also they just have this demolition field that they could just mess with the scry if I do. So let me, I guess, just cast Wrenn. Oh, sweetie, seeing Wrenn and Six.
Ooh. Okay.
I guess I'm gonna bring in more pick your poisons if they're bringing in ley lines.
Wrenn and Six.
They're good.
Cool.
If only they put basic land types at crime lines. I think Idyllic Grange is the only crime committing land.
Pistol packing Lucy. Lay that pistol down. Oh, lay that pistol. Lay that
Oh, there's
pistol
another
down.
one.
Pistol packing mama. Lay that pistol down. Okay, you tell me which one. The stack. The stack. Okay, just keep. That's a pretty card. I don't know what that is. But...
No one knows what that card is.
Oh, okay, sure.
What,
The One Ring? Oh!
Yeah.
Nice. I don't know what that is either. Oh. Oh, okay.
That's the best draw.
Hmm. Hmm. The One Ring! Not 5 golden rings.
It's pretty good. Excellent work, sweetie. They have Shieldred? I don't know why else they'd be tapping mana before the ring. Yeah. Fuck. Grange doesn't, the blue one from that cycle does. Mystic Sanctuary doesn't commit crime. Oh, wow. I guess. Okay, so likely cooked in game 2 here. You only have like, or like even low on lightning bolts to like multiple bolt the Shieldred. I think we could maybe end up winning this game with a Scapeshift though. If we draw Dryad, so I'm going to 7. Might as well play Magda and then commit a crime with the Wrenn and Six, and then commit a crime with the Claws. And I guess I can't actually tap this ring again. So maybe I can just Bauble. If I tap the ring, I'm going to die to Shieldred. When you have 2 Valakuts and a crime payoff, can you put the crime trigger between the Valakut triggers? No, because you have to put the Valakut triggers on the stack. You have to declare targets for them, and then you're able to sorry, I'm thinking. Then you're able to put the crime trigger on the stack. Built a creativity list with the green over mind that makes food. Usually you want to play Shape Anew with that card instead of Dwarven Mine because I forgot to make my treasure. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, usually you want to I guess it could have mattered. Because I could maybe like use the extra dragon to get them. They're grabbing Stone Brain, but I have protection from everything, so if I draw a Dryad, we can go Dryad Scapeshift. Versus what? What? Oh, the ring. Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a triple red card with a card that requires you have all forest in play. But you know, we have talked about it before. Like it isn't impossible that the mana can work, especially with Commercial District. Okay, let me keep my Wrenn and Six. So Dryad off the top. Not this time. To game 3 we go. So I'm gonna bring in extra Pick Your Poison on the play. I think 2 is probably the right number. And they usually only have one Shieldred. Obviously, they can tutor for it. It's going to be kind of a pain, but maybe the thing is Bolt is good against Karn. Why did Karn trust the Karn? Like I made a mistake. If that's okay, sorry. I did say that when it happened. Body bag. Put up in a body bag. Thank you for the 2 months. We should jump. When I bauble on your turn to get a card with your protection. It was a mistake. Gonna lead on the claws. If they thought he's my Pick Your Poison, it isn't, you know, super duper ideal. Shieldred seems pretty hard to deal with the deck. Any merit to sideboard dismembers? I don't think so, because it's like Shieldred is, yes, hard to deal with, but they're just I guess we played against it 2 matches in a row, but my thinking would be that there are not enough Shieldreds to make it worthwhile, but yeah, maybe that thinking is flawed. And I think it's just like Shieldred is just an okay card to week 2 because it just, you know, to be week 2 because it's like a 1 or 2 of in some black decks rather than being like a really popular format staple. So I really hope that if they kill this, they don't respond. Well, I guess, sorry, I was thinking that I would be able to untap and make 2 treasures, but I can, but I can't. I could if they had the card in the yard, but I can't actually because I still have to untap with the Magda, so never mind. But another clause is interesting. Seems fine, or seems correct. I thought Shieldred was like an auto 2 of an any black deck. No, it is a 1 of Profane Tutor target and Coffers. It's a 1 of Court of Calling target in Yawgmoth, which maybe makes it more often. Scam does sometimes will main deck a copy, sometimes will main deck 2. The black no Coffers deck plays like 3. Just, you know, just not an automatic. You gonna field me? Weird timing. Okay, so they're just punting. So I don't want to Pick Your Poison right now, because there's a good chance I would prefer to Pick Your Poison a ring that they play next turn. I'm just going to cast a Dryad. Yeah, I guess just Cycling Claw was better, huh? Necromantia. So no more Valakut in the decks. Seems kind of tough. I don't want to exile this March, because I want to have cards to target for my claws. They know I have Pick Your Poison now. Yeah, so the Karn is not going to be super effective. It's kind of a nice life gain spell for them, I guess. They grab a copy of the ring, which we know have this Pick Your Poison for, or these Pick Your Poisons for. Gonna kill the Karn, going to put them down to 10 life points. Then we're going to get to ramp a lot. I say save commercial district. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick your poison. The ley line now because I have the Wrenn and Six. Well, maybe I'm just only ever pinging with Wrenn and Six this game. Yeah, Lookout is just always so good. I'm just like so blown away by the card. Could even just be like a good like Jund mid-range card too. Yeah, I guess we should maybe try to build Jund Crimes with Magda and Lookout. I don't know if you could play Jund Saga Crimes. They got 3 cards in their hand. Find a land to play. If you get card for 2, you'd hit it for again next turn, plus another 4, so it's 4 either way, right? I mean, I get to draw a ton of cards off the ring if I kill the card this turn. Maybe committing too much into a verdict. Gonna cycle claws on my turn if I want to crime here because they have protection from everything. I can't just tap the claws. My Valakuts have been necromanced. Guess I could have played the Wooded Foothills and the Wrenn and Six, huh? Doesn't seem like we're necessarily hurting for mana. Isn't it kind of bad to exile the ring? Because they can pick it up with Karn? I don't think it matters that much. It's good to commit the crime and just put a land into play. I don't think it's that deep. They don't have Damnation here. We're in good shape. They have Cabal Coffers or Borg and 2 cards in their hand. They're making a bunch of mana. I think I would prefer them to draw less cards, so I could just sack the Dryad and then take 2, but I think I would rather them just not be able to dig into gas, so I think we just sack the Dryad. Yeah, we have no Valakuts in the deck. They were necromanced several turns ago. So the Scapeshift, not a incredible top deck. I do still have 2 copies of Lightning Bolt in the deck, so let's see if I can put my opponent to 3 life points. So let's see if there's a Lightning Bolt in the top 5. There's not a Lightning Bolt in the top 5. I feel like we're pretty likely to find it. I definitely want to play another ring here so an Invoke Despair is not live, and also so that I'm not just dying to this ring that has 4 counters. There's a Magda, which we should be playing. I guess I'll probably just use Wrenn to commit my crime here, though. Or at the first crime. Then we'll take a look. They're drawing a Shieldred's Edict. Unlikely to change a lot. Feels like we're very likely to find the Bolt. Just have so many looks here. We get at least 2 more looks. Or 3 more looks, because we have this plus 1 claw. There we go. Okay, so if they have a March of Wretched Sorrow as one of the unknown cards in hand here, we get to keep playing. Okay, they don't. Nice to win through Necromancy on all of my Valakuts. Magda's nice backup plan. You can keep this on the draw. Gets to mold the 6 in the blind. Beijing, 23 months. Welcome back. Peace and love. Suspends a Crashing Footfalls. Scary. Gonna save the Bauble for the Magda next turn, of course. Yeah, I agree that we could play World Soul's Rage. Although we only have 4 fetch lands. I don't know. World Soul's Rage is cool. Don't have the strongest feelings about the card, I guess. So now that I've drawn a green source, I think it's probably prudent to wait on the Bauble. They pitch Lore and Revealed the Subtlety, going to 1 card in their hand. So I'm going to bottom this, and then just plan to Scapeshift them. I don't have the Tango land. Maybe I should. So they do hit their 3rd land drop. Did they keep a 3-drop in their hand? Did they keep specifically Tishana's Tidebinder? That would be pretty bad. I'm going to get Stomping Ground for Mountain Count here. Still have a little bit of time on these. Opponents reading, I imagine. Crime Shift? Crime Shift's kind of nice. Yeah, one of Cinderglade. I don't know if you, like, would we cut a Stomping Ground? Would we cut a basic? Would we cut the Forest? Probably not the Forest. Yeah, it's so nice. We can just live a peaceful life knowing that we're not ever going to get Violent Outbursted in that spot. Dude, it just puts Valakut into play. Okay, good to know about this Force Negation. Well, we don't know that they have a blue card necessarily. No blue card. So it's a little bit weird here where I am pretty incentivized to play the ring. Before, yeah, I don't know. It's actually not that weird. Just slam the ring. I know we don't get protection on their Rhino's turn, but it probably just is okay. Could keep another ring if we're really that pressed. I think that's probably fine. Is Rhinos on Satoro? Not that I know of. You could probably build a hybrid Satoro Rhinos deck. Or you could just play Satoro instead of Rhinos. Okay, so I'm gonna ring again while we know it's safe. Unless we draw Dryad, or maybe we do both. Looking for a Dryad, looking for a Scapeshift, looking for love. So I have 5 mountains in play at the moment. I can potentially go Lookout, Lookout, use the Wooded Foothills to trigger Scapeshift. Binding is my ring. We definitely have lots of series of draws that could win us the game in this spot. Does Dryad actually help here? Dryad is good if we look out into another Valakut, I guess. So I think kind of no matter what happens here, I'm gonna go 3-drop, 3-drop, Lightning Bolt this turn. So if I go Lookout, Lookout, and then I go fetch on my turn, deal them 3. Then I look out 2 more times, and then 2 more times on their turn. That is lethal if I find just all the mountains in the world. Can Dryad look out and Wrenn? Well, Wrenn is a lot worse than Lightning Bolt here. If I go for Dryad, I get 2 less lookout triggers, but if I found the Valakut off 1, I would get. I think it's just gotta be Lookout, Lookout. Oh, but I get the extra. We already get Crime Trigger without the Dryad, but I do get I get the Commercial District from my hand. So that's a guaranteed 1 extra trigger. One thing is this is so tricky. Dryad 2 lands. Yeah, Dryad is 2 lands, but lookout. Dryad is 1 extra land. Lookout is 2 extra lands because I get to do 1 on my turn and 1 on my opponent's turn here. I get to surveil with the Dryad. I think Dryad Lookout, but you have to hit 2 mountains. 1, 2, 3. Oh, because the fetch land. Sorry, the fetch land counts as 2. Never mind. Yeah, it's definitely Dryad Lookout. I was for some reason not counting the fetch land. I need to bolt also before they can force of negation me because we know that's their last card. But thankfully they don't have double blue. Maybe I should have surveilled first. Could still surveil out for value, I guess. Okay, GG. Opponent's like, what were you thinking about? Good question, opponent. I am sorry. You may complain to your chat about me. So we're on the draw against Rhinos. They have Leyline Binding in their deck. They also maybe will have Scion. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to 1 Lightning Bolt and then play triple Pick Your Poison. Take, win the game. Well, you just have to think about it when it's not deterministic, right? Yeah. Is it a crime to think? Usually, yeah. Well, let's keep. Suspends the Footfalls. Kind of hoping they put a Leyline into play. Oh, sorry. I should have meant to plus the red. Don't have a fetch land. And then also, sorry, just cracking everything at the worst time. I got hit in the head with the basketball yesterday. I was just kind of like waffling on cracking the Bauble or not. I was thinking maybe if they didn't do pressure, I would save the Bauble. Not sure if that was actually something that made any sense though. Saving the Bauble would have been nice with the Lookout top deck. I would have gotten extra crime committed. And then do we keep this ball? I think we keep this Bauble for the same reason. You could also block 2/2 Charlotte's Agent with a 3/3 now that there's no Violent Outburst. That's so nice. I think Magda is like definitely better than Bill in this deck. And Magda's so weird in this deck because it's good and it's kind of nice that it gives you a backup plan, but it is pretty off plan. But you just kind of happen to be a deck that's kind of perfectly built around it. So I don't. There's just no Violent Outburst. I'm gonna block. Maybe they like Fire Ice or Dead Gone. So I'm drawing a Bauble. We could obviously ring and be pretty safe. But that line is pretty bad against Force of Negation. And I find a second Valakut here, which I think means I should go for the Dryad. Yeah, I get to maybe just win. This is 6. I win if I hit a land off of it, my Bauble Crime. I think it's okay to bank on. Could also draw a bolt, I guess. Oh, I can't draw a bolt off Bauble because I'm cracking it on their turn. We drew 19 months. Thank you so much. Do you give a fuck about the Mavs? I used to be like a pretty big basketball fan. It's been a long time since I followed. I vaguely know that Luka is our new star player, and you know, good for the Mavs. So they graveyard a Misty Rainforest. Land? Dude, this deck is sick. Snap keep, get thoughts used. I wouldn't rule it out for sure, but I'm kind of a Brink to Light hater. I get Spell Pierce too often on the stream to like really feel like I want to play that card. Corruptor, tier 1, thank you, welcome back. Also, your mana just becomes so wonky. It's always nice to just have green-red, bunch of commercial districts. So, Delta, Watery Grave, Preordain. Computer Dream with the tier 1. Thank you so much. Yeah, I even get mana tithed on this stream, you know. It's tough. Yeah, we are paying the mill tax. Mill doesn't usually play Preordain. I have seen them play Preordain before. Likely like blue-black, Murktide, Shadow. Alright, Commercial District. I think I'm going to graveyard this Valakut. Could Wrenn and Six it back later. Oh, it is mill. We have an Emrakul. Not in the main deck, though. Opponent's taking a Pixie Poo here. Pay the mill tax. Mill. They surgical my Valakuts in the draw step. Yeah, I don't know. Magda's like a backup plan. Like we got our Valakuts necromented. We're getting him surgical, and like, boy, is it sure nice to have Magda in our deck in these kind of spots. This matchup seems pretty hard even still. Yeah, I probably Spike Cage and I had the Emrakul back. I've had the Emrakul for a while, and like I can't remember the last time I registered a deck that either had like 4 endurances, just naturally Emrakul on the side, or a good mill matchup. It's just mill is so popular on Magic Online. It's kind of wild. Mill's like 2080 for Valakut at best. This version has got to be a lot better against it though, where we just have like a lot of cheap threats and we have Emrakul, and like this Magda plan B seems pretty real. Do we ever want Rift Trooper on the sideboard? No, 0 chance. Just play a card that could win the game in that spot, probably. They drowned my first Magda here. We go Magda Bolt. Could cast the One Ring next turn off the treasure, potentially. Might end up bolting a crab. The art on Archive Trap is so accurate. That's exactly how I feel whenever I get Archive Trapped. Fractured Sanity, tell me about it. 20 cards left. Claws would be a good draw. Any crime committer, really. You have Ancestral Recall? Dang. I think I just want to keep the treasures in play. Four cards in their hand. I got 18 cards in my deck left. Glimpses me down to 8 cards in my deck. How many bolts do I have left? Looks like I still have 1 lightning bolt in my deck. So this is 7 damage, and my opponent is at 8. But assuming my opponent does mill me out, then what I can do is sack my claws and then hope to, in response to whatever their mill spell is, and then I have a 1 in 7 chance of drawing the 4th lightning bolt potential. Oh, whoa. Okay, well, forget everything I just said. Okay, game 2. Bring in Emrakul. Fuck you, mill players. Yes, I mean you. Just kidding. So, like more than 0 Flame Slash seems nice. I think we could maybe be like 64 cards post board. But I kind of want to cut a Scapeshift also. Alright, let's do this. 63. Is it impossible to do Saga in the deck? Well, let's see. Looks like you can. Looks like you can. It'd be kind of awkward to play a land that just goes away in a deck that's trying to get, you know, Valakut going online. But seems like they let you put it in the deck. I think you should almost never play Valakut and Saga in the same list. Keep on the play against Mill. Do you think they bring in Ensnaring Bridge? I don't know. I mean, like if they surgical my Valakuts, then Bridge is pretty good. But if they don't, I can, you know, can also ping them to death. I can Wrenn and Six ultimate with bolts. This keep seems against Mill. I feel like with an Emrakul in my deck, I feel like this is a keep. Yeah, I don't know. I'm keeping this every single time on the play against Mill with an Emrakul in my deck. I don't know. You can mulligan if you want. Yeah, you could maybe play a Dwarven Mine. I really like Commercial District, but I could play Dwarven Mine. In the middle of land. Fuck. That's been happening to me lately. That has definitely been happening to me lately. Getting my Emrakul to Shanad, and they also get like 11 other cards. I mean, I'm just almost just keeping any card on top because they're just gonna like mill me probably, but Magda does seem good enough anyways. Do you have surgical for my Valakuts? I have a Valakut still in play, even if they surgical them. Okay, can bolt in response for another crime committed. They archive trap me. They have 2 cards left in their hand. One card left in their hand. If it's surgical, we can complain on Twitter. Appears to not be surgical. Do I have any fetchables left in my deck? If we do, they lose. Let's just crack it now. Ugh. Alright, your turn. I have 9 cards in my library. You need another Tishana's Hideous Laughter, Glimpse the Unthinkable, Land, Fractured Sanity, Recall into something, Crypt Incursion. A lot of cards, I guess. Just count the graveyard. There's no downside to just fetching. Besides, you lose the land, but the land just doesn't matter. So I'm taking the fast play there for your sake. We missed 1 damage this game with the first Wrenn uptick. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that because we talked about like if they have bridge, I wanted to maybe be able to ultimate the Wrenn. Well, we could have pinged them instead. How about 1 Custic Wolfrun? I mean, Wolfrun is cool. It isn't a very good card, and it isn't a mountain for Valakut. And so is it going to win you more games because it's a win con if you get your Valakut surgicaled, or is it going to lose you more games because it is a colorless land that isn't a mountain? I guess it's most colorless lands. So this is something you have to answer for yourself, potentially. But at the moment, I am not like particularly high on the card. At the time of making this comment. Pretty happy if they surgical this. Okay with this as well. Yeah, Claws being able to blink a surgical is relevant for sure. Yeah, one Dwarven Mine. I agree. This is probably worth it. We could probably cut the fifth basic mountain for Dwarven Mine kind of easy. Let me go ahead and do that. Could Ooze be a good crime committer? I think Ooze is a pretty bad card. I would just try to stay away from registering it. Surgical on Valakut is really scary. I think I should actually just prioritize going like Dryad, play Valakut from hand before targeting this Valakut with the Wrenn and Six. Also, we have Magda as a backup plan, and we haven't lost a game where they've been able to surgical or necromancer or Valakuts. So I don't know that it's probably happening right now. Also, like a little bit of above a frequency where it usually will happen. They also have to do this before we just play a Valakut for turn, which could be a problem. We got a second Dryad. I think things are obviously going really well here. Wait. Oh, so I thought they were gonna like surgical my Dryad instead of surgical the Emrakul. I'm like, what? Thank you, Aegon. Yeah, Freestrider has been so sick. Thank you for the resub. We did lose game one when they surgical their Valakuts. Right. Did we? I guess we did. We won the game where we got our Necromancer, or Valakut's Necromancer. As Magda backup plan come. Yeah, we won because we got our against Coffers, we got our Valakut's Necromancer, and we won with Magda. Magda's so weird in this deck where it's like it is nice to have a plan B, and we've built this deck around Freestrider Lookout, but because we've done that in a red deck, Magda is also just like a super good card here. But she's off plan, but the plan B is nice. Okay, did not mill the Emrakul or get the Emrakul this time. That's just very weird dynamic. I don't know. Let's attack and then cast Scapeshift. Are you actually asking for Delta? Because we why do we top Bauble? You basically always want to top your surveils against Scapeshift because like my opponent just Tashed me, so we basically made Tashes get rid of one less card. You know, kind of simply put, they're gonna be milling us. So, you want to you want to not let the surveil land be like a free extra mill for them. I see for Delta. Should have figured. Okay, so we started off 3-0 last league. We ended up 4-1. We started 3-0 yesterday. We ended up like 3-4 with the mono green build. Can we finally get a lookout trophy after several strong starts? Yeah, I'm not going to put up the overall record. It has definitely been bad luck. Sounds pretty nice. I like the idea of going like turn 2 Wrenn and Six into turn 3 Magda ping Bolt for 2 treasures. But it's on a mold of 6. Against Tron. So we do have 4 damping spheres in our sideboard. Let's see if we get reprieved, I guess. Mana Tithe again. Double Mana Tithe, Urza's Tower deck. Can't play around it. Try to look out in green-white and marry the Sky Ruin type of deck. No, but I have been thinking about trying to play it in a Heartless Summoning shell, and I have played a Mario Heartless Summoning decks before, so that could be an interesting overlap. Also an interesting overlap with Brought Back. Brought Back is pretty good with Bauble. Could be something to look at for sure. Before fetch. Yeah, it's kind of okay if it happened. How much do you miss having the Saga plan? Not at all. This build has been much better than yesterday's build. We were 7-1 on the day. I was really impressed. I was more impressed with it in testing yesterday. This is the build with more promise at the time of making this comment. I like the mono green build. Oh, dude, no, don't show me that card. Fuck. We may have a bad mono white Tron matchup. Did miss him at Mana Tithe. I mean, Mana Tithe is a good card in Modern, just kind of simply put. Like, I think it is a card that is underplayed and under-respected, and I respect my opponent for playing it. I don't think anything specific has happened in the last couple of days that, you know, make Mana Tithe a lot better. I can't play Mana Tithe on the stream because I broadcast my matches, and it is really tough to play Mana Tithe when you're broadcasting your matches. But you know, maybe y'all could give it a go. So we go pick up Wooded Foothills, play Valakut, play Wooded Foothills. Kill Karn, which gives me a treasure token. And then I could play the ring. I could also make a dragon. So I like the idea of making a dragon. I don't think I'm going to play the ring right now, because I think this deck plays a bunch of sweepers. Although maybe the ring is just kind of good against possible sweeper here. Yeah, let's just go ahead and cast the ring. I've changed my mind. Yeah, I mean, if they Winds of Abandon, I just get a couple basic mountains, and then we're kind of in good shape. Ooh, the new Spree Wrath. That would be cool, yeah. Yeah, Ring is good against Stone, or like Ugin, or, you know, Sweeper here. Interesting turn, for sure. Yeah, this is a one ring. Actually, I think all of our ring opponents have been using this art today. No, we can't drag it anyways, because we have to use 2 treasures, and we're not committing a crime on their turn. It looks like they're using a March here. Are they going to march my ring? Probably going to go after Dryad. Yeah, maybe that's the cheaper art. That would make sense. Plays a map, 4 cards in their hand. Did let us stack Magda's trigger the middle second Valakut triggers? I don't think that's how it's supposed to work. I'm also not sure if that's... Oh, they pitched Weathered Wayfarer? Okay, opponent's deck is actually based as hell. Game 1, Weathered Wayfarer. I thought about playing this card in the sideboard of the mono white Windbrisk Kites deck, and then like use it to search up Windbrisk Kites. Ended up feeling like that was a little sus. But it's got 6 mana in there. Thinking it's kind of weird how fast they played this expedition map and just went into the tank. Maybe they're looking at all their juicy utility lands or something. Yeah, we played against Magus of the Candelabra yesterday. Modern has been really sick. The leagues have been good. They've been really diverse. Gameplay is good. I'm having a good time. It's a lot better than it was, like pre-Fury ban, pre-Violent Outburst ban, pre-Bean ban, I think. The 14 drew another Dryad. Yeah, someone else was trying to build around Lookout. I think that they may have been a Spikeling. Nice. Definitely wanted them to tap out for a removal spell here. I think we even beat a Solitude. So up a game against Mono White Trong. Ha ha ha. I'm gonna bring in Damping Spheres, I guess. And then Pick Your Poison also seems like something I want some number of, maybe like 3. I think we can cut the bolts. I think I can also probably go way down on rings. Bill didn't make the cut. Bill's just not good at this kind of deck, I think. Like, it's like Bill is really off plan, kind of in the same way Magda is, but Magda is like completely built around, unlike Bill in this deck. Like, we just don't have enough creatures. We don't have counter synergies. I'm gonna play 2 rings, 2 Pick Your Poisons. Adina, why don't you come and sit down for a while? She's cutting bolt against. We have Wrenn and Six against Weathered Wayfarer. Okay, snapping this off. Dude, Leyline stops a lot of my crime committing. We've got to crack down on crime. So we'll be bringing in more Pick Your Poisons, I guess. Still have 2. Can still target a card in their yard, I guess. I'm not playing Boseiju. I think I would rather have the 4th Pick Your Poison instead of the first Boseiju. I don't really want to play Boseiju. The main deck, you could play Boseiju. The way I hear some people talk about Boseiju, I always kind of makes me think it's like a little overrated. Obviously, Boseiju is a really good card and it's a modern staple, or whatever. But people just talk about like it's just mandatory in any green deck, and I'm just not quite at that level with the card. I think it is good and it goes in most green decks. Just a tiny that I think people just kind of auto include it when I think a lot of times you're just kind of better without it. I'm not sure. Opponent's turn 4. You're already casting a spell? This is way too soon. Come on, pick your poison. Come on, pick your poison. It ain't looking too good for game 2, y'all. I think there should be one side in your Wrenn and Six deck. I mean, maybe, I don't know if the other person responded. Which card in my sideboard would you cut? Because I also had the same thought. We're a Wrenn and Six deck. Would you cut the 4th Damping Sphere? Maybe. I feel like I would rather draw Damping Sphere almost always. I don't know. Damping Sphere has been so good for me lately. Dude, they have Elishnorn? Okay, that card is like actual unbeatable. I think against Mono Whitetron, I should probably just not have 4 Damping Spheres, though. Maybe I just even want 4 Pick Your Poisons. I don't know, but yeah, you can play. Obviously, if you want to build a deck, you can play Boseiju. I just not as on it these days. Keep this. No Leyline is obviously really nice. Second Bauble is also really nice. We get to double crime off of our Lookout. Would Boseiju ever sneak this list? I don't understand how this happens so often that we just have a conversation. We just finish having a conversation about Boseiju, and I don't know. Like, people just come in and like how do you have the time to look at the deck list and not hear the conversation? What is going on? So we will run into a possible Mana Tithe here, I guess, since we have the second Lookout. Keep this on top. So I was an ad break. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm not upset. I'm just genuinely wondering like how this happens like nonstop. But that makes sense. Are we just hoping to dodge Norn? Yeah. This is not our defeat Elishnorn deck. We can also try to race it sometimes. Definitely was hoping to dodge Reprieve. I don't know how many Elishnorns they have in their deck, you know. I also don't know if I'm supposed to. Yeah, I guess drawing this, I'll Wrenn and Six first. And then we'll probably crack the first Bauble after playing the Stamping Sphere. But it may crack the map for a Blast Zone at this point. Claws can commit 2 crimes a turn, which I think is better than Relic exiling the whole graveyard. So they have a March for my Damping Sphere. They just have Natural Tron. And they have Elishnorn. Yeah, this is definitely not our Tron into Elishnorn. This is not a deck that's very good at beating that. I don't know how I'm going to beat that. I'm going to start triggering this and then figure it out later, maybe. We have Magda. We technically have the ability to Wrenn and Six Ultimate, I guess. Double Bolt Wrenn and Six. I boarded out my lightning bolts. I guess this is what World Soul's Rage is for. How am I able to not freak out? Freak out about what? My opponent casting a spell against me in a game of Magic the Gathering? I would never do that. Sometimes. Yeah, we have to give Elishnorn flying. Okay, I'll concede to the ring. Okay, mulligan this. Does Mono Red Tron exist? Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever seen a Mono Red Tron deck. I for a long time was trying to work on a Trash for Treasure Tron deck where you would be able to hard cast your like big artifacts that you would otherwise be Trash for Treasuring into play. And you would also just be able to do Trash for Treasure to get the big stuff back. And I was going to call it Trash for Tron, and that was going to be potentially the greatest stream title of my career. But the deck was unfortunately completely unplayable, so never made it to the stream. But how good a stream title would Trash for Tron have been? It would have been so sick. Piano with the 41 months. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you. Yeah, the trash title is a little too accurate. I really like these Esper Satora Stoneforge decks too. I feel like these decks are really underrated. We've been doing pretty well with them, and I don't feel like I'm seeing many adapters. Some for sure. I commit a crime. The red Tron build with the Eldrazi card that steals stuff. Sounds vaguely familiar. Well, time solitude. Guess we'll bobble ourselves before potentially cracking our Wrenn and Six fetch land. So definitely gonna fetch over that, and then see what we surveil and this into the yard. I think I'll just go ahead and tap. Not going to use my treasures yet, but be interested in making a second Magda. Nice card. Might end up cycling the claws end of turn. Just see what happens here. I wonder if they're playing the Aether Vial list I played, because I was playing Wall of Omens, and that one was Soul Hoarder. That deck was pretty sick. Let's cycle the claws. So we found a Magda, which kind of punishes us for cycling the claws. Found another Magda. I guess I'll use Wrenn and Six to commit a crime with. And then, should we leave the dragon back to block Satoro? I suppose we should. But against someone who's playing a Stoneblade Satoro last night, they credited Decklist. Some Decklist was sweet. Yeah, we have two different builds of Esper Satoro. We have an Aether Vial build with Soul Herder, and then we have a Persist build with Subtlety also. That didn't have it in the Aether Vial build. Opponent just cannot find land number 3. It looks like they're playing that build, which is cool. Maybe I should just been going for Scapeshift. I do want to hit them with the dragon, so if I can get up to like a 7-land Scapeshift, I'll just be able to deal them 18 without them solituding themselves to survive. I play one of them energy. Cool. I don't know which one I think is better. I think it's pretty close. Obviously, like it's a big overlap in like what actual cards are in the deck. If they're playing my list, they don't actually have an answer to Scapeshift game 1, but they have a bunch of forces in the sideboard. Okay, so yeah, Lost Chute in the Saga build could be correct. Synergy with Bristly build too. Opponent says okay, Magic Online. Seems like their hand might be bad. Hard to say. I don't know, maybe keeping that is just kind of fine. Commits a crime. This was a good draw, though. Solitude answers Scapeshift. Not here, because I just get Mountain. Or Valakut 6 mountains, right? Pretty sure I still have 6 more mountains. I should check. I should check. I have okay. Obviously still have Dryad still. But I had 2 more Stomping Grounds, 1 more Commercial District, 3 more mountains. So I would have had to leave one of them in play. But still could deal them 15. So up against Esper, Satoro, Soul Herder, Aether Vial. It does look like the list I built. Or something at least very close to it. Pick your poison can deal with Aether Vial. I feel like that's not necessarily the most important. I think I want like just two Flame Slashes. And then I think we can cut a Claw. I think I'm gonna cut a Magda too. You counted 6 mountains? Isn't that 5? Oh, it is 6, sorry. 3 plus 2 plus 1. Plus there's a mine. The mine isn't actually in the deck list yet. Right this will be the next league. That the first dwarf of mine is just better than the 5th basic mountain. Well, let's mulligan. I'm gonna keep 7, click the mulligan button. Keep this for sure. I think I can put back the Bauble, and I can double crime with Wrenn and Six plus Claws on turn 3. Did I include the red-green battle for Necron land? Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you want to play one of those. There was like exactly one spot so far today where I felt like that would have been a card I would have fetched, which is I'm not sure enough to include what is often going to be a tap land, but maybe it's fine. Karen with the 7 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Yeah, Cinderglade. Oh, they're also playing Cauldron in the main. I wasn't playing Cauldron in the main. And may just be getting our Wrenn and Six Cauldron here, huh? GG's Twins. Congrats on the 5-0. Dryad's nice. I think we should definitely look out first. Look out. Card goes crazy. So Toro. Into Solitude. So we're getting 3. They only have 3 cards in their hands, so our chances to go like Dryad, Valakut, kill Satoro, maybe also kill the Stoneforge Mystic seems pretty high. Then play the ring next turn. See what we draw for turn. Pretty good one. So I'm pretty committed to cycling the claws. I wasn't playing Bowmaster in my build, but I also wasn't main decking Cauldron either. So I think just I'm gonna play around Bowmaster by cycling, not playing around Grief so much. But I'm not really expecting them to have Grief if they're playing Aether Vial. You know, maybe they can get a black card count high enough. But I would be somewhat surprised if they were. I guess we can play the Wooded Foothills and then like see like does my opponent plan on solituding. Doesn't seem like they do. I'm gonna cast the ring because like they could have Force of Negation. Force of Negation was a card I was playing in my build, and it's a pretty safe card to play here, of course. Yeah, let's cast Scapeshift. I think they might just scoop to this. Okay. So 8 and 2 on the day, back-to-back 4-1s. I am kind of thirsty for that trophy. I'm gonna stop opening the chest and getting FOMO. Add the Dwarven Mine over the 5th.